night, the moon watches over us, shining its brilliant glow down to us earthlings. But as I'm sure you all know, this silver glow comes not from the moon itself, but is in fact reflected from the sun. But let me ask you this, what really causes the shadows on the moon? Is it A, the Earth's shadow on the moon, B, the sun's shadow on the moon, or C, the moon's relative position to the Earth and the sun? A quick explanation of the answers. When the Earth's shadow falls on the moon, the resulting rarity is known as a lunar eclipse. The reason why this doesn't always happen is because the moon's orbit around the Earth is on a tilt, and secondly, the sun gives off light and wouldn't cause a shadow. Now, if you didn't get this right, don't be embarrassed. Even some of the greatest minds in human history weren't quite sure on how the moon's phases came into being. But who was the first to ponder over the moon's phases? Well, that specific honor goes to the Babylonians, with the first recorded observation on the moon's phases around 3,600 years ago. They were able to track the positions of the moon and the sun in a complete 360-degree circle. Yet whilst their skills in celestial tracking were top of the line, they held some beliefs that we would consider tragically incorrect, such as the belief in a flat Earth and that the moon produces its own light because it was, in fact, a god. As time progressed though, through the combined efforts of notable Greeks like Aristotle and Ptolemy, astronomical breakthroughs such as a spherical Earth and the fact that the moon's light was really reflected sunlight came into being. Yet even still with these Greek breakthroughs, it would still be hundreds of years until the idea of a heliocentric Earth was openly proposed by Copernicus in 1543, just before his death after years of avoiding publicly announcing his heliocentric thesis to avoid scrutiny from the Church. To this announcement, the Catholic Church branded Copernicus a heretic, as they preferred the Earth at the centre of the universe for religious reasons. Other famous astronomers, such as Bruno and Galileo, were unfortunately treated a bit harsher, with Galileo placed under house arrest until his death and Bruno burnt at the stake for his astronomical heresy. It was a dangerous time to be a scientist. To model how the moon's phases came into being, me from the past will be playing the role of the Earth, whilst the lamp and handball will be playing the part of the sun and the moon respectively. As previously mentioned, the moon's phases are brought about by its position in relation to the Earth and the sun. This is seen here, where the current view is modelling a person looking up to the sky and observing the phases of the moon. As me from the past rotates around the sun, whilst simultaneously rotating on the rolly chair's axis, simulating the Earth's rotation, the moon's position is changing in relation to the Earth and the sun, and thus the moon goes through its phases. Once again reminding that the reason why the Earth's shadow does not fall on the moon all the time is because of the moon's tilted orbit around the Earth. So, let's recap what we've learned today. The moon's phases are caused by its relative position to the Earth and the sun. The reason why the Earth's shadow does not fall on the moon every orbit is that the moon's orbit is tilted, and when the Earth's shadow does fall on the moon, this is known as a lunar eclipse. The first recorded observations of the moon's phases were by the Babylonians. Their theories were then improved by the Greeks before Copernicus openly proposed the idea of a heliocentric solar system in 1543. Thanks for watching.